Welcome back to Elevate Thought. I want to start with something simple, not a dramatic success story, not a motivational speech, just something real. Have you ever been around people you've known for years and suddenly felt like you didn't fully belong there anymore? Nothing happened. No argument, no betrayal, but something felt different, and you couldn't explain. Yet without sounding ungrateful. Today we're talking about why growth feels lonely, and why outgrowing people is sometimes a quiet, painful process. Let me paint a picture. There's a woman. Let's call her Ada. Ada and her friends have known each other since university. They went through everything together, late night studying, borrowed money, shared heartbreaks, big dreams with no clear direction. Back then, they bonded over survival after graduation. Life became more serious. Ada got a job she didn't love at first. She complained about it like everyone else. But slowly, something changed. Instead of just venting, she started asking herself, what can I improve? What skill can I learn? How do I avoid being stuck here in 5 years? She began reading at night, listening to podcasts during her commute, saving a little more money each month. Nothing extreme, just small, quiet shifts. One Friday evening, she meets her old friends at their usual spot. The conversation hasn't changed much. They're discussing who is dating who disrespected who, office drama, family gossip. Ada laughs when everyone laughs, but internally, she feels disconnected, not superior, not irritated, just distant when she tries to steer the conversation toward something deeper, career growth, goals, mindset. Someone jokes, here comes the motivational speaker. Everyone laughs. She laughs too, but something inside her shrinks a little. That's when growth starts to feel lonely. Let's slow this down. Humans connect through similarity, shared struggles, shared humor, shared habits. When Ada's mindset matched her friends, connection felt natural, but growth changes priorities, and when priorities change, attention changes. If your focus shifts toward long-term goals, short-term distractions begin to feel less satisfying. That doesn't make you better, it makes you different, and difference creates distance. Psychologically, this is about alignment. We feel closest to people who reflect our current identity. When your identity shifts, some relationships stop reflecting who you are becoming, and that gap feels uncomfortable. Here's the part people don't talk about. Growth can feel like grief, because you're not just moving forward, you're leaving behind a version of yourself. Ada doesn't just miss her friends, she misses who she used to be with them, the carefree version. The version that didn't question everything. The version that fit easily into the group. Humans are wired for belonging, so when you start feeling different, your brain doesn't celebrate. It worries. It asks, are you becoming isolated? Are you losing your tribe? Even if the growth is positive, the emotional system still senses loss, and loss always feels heavy. Let's look at another example. David works in an office where complaining is normal. Every lunch break is the same. Criticizing management, mocking co-workers, talking about how unfair. Everything is, for a while, David joins in. It makes him feel included. Then 1 year, something shifts. He decides he wants more control over his future. He signs up for online courses. He updates his CV. He starts saving instead of spending carelessly at lunch. When gossip starts, he doesn't contribute as much, not because he feels superior, but because he's protecting his mindset. After a while, the comments start. You've changed. You're too serious now. You don't vibe like before. Here's what's really happening. When one person grows, it unintentionally highlights everyone else's comfort. And comfort doesn't like being challenged. So instead of saying, I feel uncomfortable seeing you evolve, people say, you're acting different. Growth disrupts group balance, and disruption rarely feels smooth. Now here's where it gets complicated. You start questioning yourself. Am I isolating myself? Am I becoming proud? Am I overthinking this? Sometimes you even shrink yourself just to feel normal again. You laugh at things that don't interest you. You downplay your goals. You avoid talking about what excites you. But over time, that creates internal tension because pretending is exhausting. Real growth should expand you, not make you perform a smaller version of yourself. But let's stay grounded. Not every distance means you've outgrown someone. Sometimes you're just in different seasons. Sometimes you need better communication, sometimes you're evolving in different areas, and sometimes, if we're honest, we mistake independence for superiority. True growth doesn't make you look down on people. It makes you more patient, more observant, more selective with your energy. If your evolution makes you arrogant, that's not maturity. That's insecurity disguised as progress. Now the real question, does growth always mean losing people? No, people can grow together if there's mutual respect and openness. If both people are curious, if both people support change. If both are willing to adapt, growth becomes lonely when it's one-sided, when one person seeks expansion and the other seeks comfort. Neither is wrong, but they move differently. If you've ever felt that quiet shift, that moment where you were physically present but mentally somewhere else, you're not broken, you're evolving. But I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt like you outgrew your environment? Or have you ever felt outgrown by someone else? Be honest in the comments, even if you disagree with me. Let's elevate our thinking together. If this made you reflect, like the video, subscribe to Elevate Thought and share it with someone who might be going through this silently. I'll see you in the next one.